You have never been to Oshodi market during the Christmas season. Then you have never tasted real confusion. That place is not just a market. It is a spiritual battlefield where clothes, humans, and spirits drag for space like it's Judgment Day rehearsal. Everybody rushes, everybody drags, everybody is looking for Christmas clothes by fire by force, even if the clothes will tear before New Year. And right in the middle of that confusion stood Iyasadiat's shop, the only place in the whole of Lagos where clothes were so cheap it felt like stealing. I'm not even kidding. She was so popular that people came from the island, the mainland, even Ogun State, all because of her. But there was something strange about her shop. No matter how many customers rushed her clothes never finished. No matter how late it got, her shop never closed. And no matter how hot the sun burned, Iyasadiat herself never sweated, not even once. At some point, rumors began to spread. Some said her prices were low because her clothes were inferior. Others said it was because she uses the clothes to steal people's destinies. They just couldn't understand how Iya Sadiat was able to remain in business with the way she sold her clothes so cheap. But the truth was darker than anything they could imagine. Because every year, exactly 3 days before Christmas, one person in Lagos disappeared. Hmm. And the last place they were always seen was inside Iyasatia's shop. If only they knew. If only they knew what she collected in exchange for those cheap clothes. If only they knew the secret behind that warm smile. Anyway, let's continue. That December afternoon, the sun was angry, so hot that you could fry akara on a carbonet. But Chizaram didn't care. She needed cheap Christmas clothes for her children, and Oshodi was her last hope. Fabric prices had skyrocketed that year. Even Okrika sellers were behaving like they imported their clothes from heaven. Initially, Chizaram was on her own, minding her business, when a neighbor walked up to her. Neighbor, she began. See what my husband bought for me and the children this Christmas. Ah, they are beautiful, Chizaram said, as she admired them. Suddenly, the woman's face changed. Ah, why are you touching them like that? Do you want to spoil them? Anyway, I don't blame you. You don't know what it means to enter market and buy clothes. That's why you want to spoil my own. Chizaram wept and wept bitterly. Then another neighbor who witnessed everything whispered to Chizaram that Oshodi had a hidden corner where things were miraculously cheap. So off she went. She pushed through the noise, the sweat, the chaos, the petty thieves. She walked past shouting men who dragged customers like they were dragging sinners to hell until she reached a corner that didn't look like it was part of the market. The air felt different here, maybe colder or maybe quieter. Yet, people rushed there like bees on spilled sugar. The elderly woman, Iya Sadiat, stood by the corner, ringing a bell in her hand, sweatless and smiling, watching everyone as if she knew something they didn't. Five hundred naira. Anything you pick, 500 naira. Ha! Now mumu dey go boutique, she screamed. Clothes spilled out of her bag. Gowns, jackets, lace, Ankara, even children's clothes. All of them were shining like they were bought directly from the factory. Too perfect to be called Okrika. Chizaram studied the same, as if contemplating whether to buy. But the moment Iyasadiat's eyes met Chizaram's, something shifted. A slow smile grew on the woman's face, like she had been expecting her. She walked close and whispered, "Don't just stand there thinking. Pick what belongs to you before it chooses someone else." Ah, something in Chizaram's chest tightened. She couldn't explain why, but she joined the rush. She found a gown she had once priced in a boutique for 25,000 naira. Here, it was 500 naira. She picked 7 more. Her heart danced. Her children would be so happy this Christmas. She paid the old woman. Yasadia didn't bother to count the money. She simply touched the clothes gently and said, "Do not burn them, no matter what happens." Before Chizaran could ask why, the woman dropped the bell and disappeared. Not walked away, not blended into the crowd. She simply vanished. The crowd didn't notice. Only Chizaram did. Her legs trembled, but poverty pushed her mind forward. She took the clothes and went home. That night, she spread the clothes on her bed. She picked a red gown and turned it around. When she turned back, the red gown was gone. Her heart jumped. She searched everywhere, but nothing. Then she picked a blue dress, and when she turned again, the blue dress vanished too. Ha! A cold breeze brushed her neck. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Her daughter's voice called out, "Mommy, are you talking to someone?" "No," she replied. "Then who is laughing in your room?" Her soul almost left her body. She locked the window and sat on the bed, breathing very fast. Moments later, she heard a soft rustling, like footsteps. Then, like someone breathing. Then, she heard a whisper right behind her ear.
Wear us. Wear us.
She screamed, but the clothes didn't stop. All night, they whispered, they moved, they rustled like they were alive, choosing their spots on her bed, appearing, disappearing, folding themselves and unfolding themselves. By morning, she was a shadow of herself. She carried the clothes quickly in a sack and rushed back to Oshodi. But the corner was empty. No shop, no crowd, nothing. She asked around, "Please, where is the woman that sells clothes here?" The traders frowned. "Eh? Which woman? Nobody sells clothes here. Oh. That corner is cursed. Even goats don't pass there." Her heart dropped. Then one elderly man with grey beards and trembling hands grabbed her wrist. "My daughter, you are the 10th person coming to ask for the woman that sells clothes here today. The woman all of you saw is a ghost." "Ah, Baba," Chizaram screamed, almost peeing in her pants. The man swallowed hard. "She died 17 years ago on Christmas Eve." She was burnt alive by some angry youths who believed she was using black magic to make sales. Chizaram's breast cut. Please, Papa, please, what can I do to free myself from all this? The old man laughed. Free? They say her spirit is still angry and returns every December for vengeance. Today is exactly 3 days to Christmas, and that means that one of you people that bought clothes from her will die by 12 midnight. Chizaram fell to the ground, hitting the dust with her fists. I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I am a widow. I have 2 children. Please, Papa, help me. Only God can help you, he said. If I were you, I will run to any strong church and find answers. Before she could speak, he ran off, as if talking to her was dangerous. Chizaram staggered away in fear until she saw a church. She rushed in. As she stepped into the church with the sack, the lights flickered. Some women near the door stepped back. A quiet pastor walked out. He stared at the sack. Then he whispered, You brought company. Her knees buckled. I don't know, I didn't know. I just wanted cheap clothes for Christmas. The pastor touched the bag. A cold wind swept through the hall. A woman's voice echoed faintly.
Don't harm us.
Everyone gasped, but the pastor did not pray. He simply said, Follow me. He took her to a small dark room, lit by one candle. Put the bag down, he said. She obeyed. The candle flame stretched unnaturally, like something invincible was standing beside it. The pastor closed his eyes in meditation. Then he opened them slowly and said something that froze her blood. You are their final destination. What? What do you mean? She asked. The angry spirit has chosen you. You are destined to die today by 12 midnight. They come for people who are weak, tired, desperate, people whose hearts are open. Jesus, her lips trembled. Pastor, what should I do? I don't want to die, she cried. He stared at her with pity. Then he closed his eyes, as if communicating with the spirits. This is deep, but there's nothing God cannot do. Do you believe in the power of Jesus? Yes, she replied, trembling. Suddenly, the sack moved, very slowly. Something inside was rising, like a woman standing up. Chizaram screamed and ran behind the pastor. The sack fell to the floor. Clothes spilled out, gowns, lace, children's clothes, arranging themselves into the shape of a woman. It raised its arm, reached towards her, and whispered her name.
Chizaran.
The pastor grabbed a bottle of oil and poured it on the clothes. The clothes woman hissed and stepped back. Then it spoke in a chilling voice.
She belongs to us. She must pay with her life. She is the chosen one.
I don't belong to you. I belong to Jesus, Chizaram cried. The clothes woman cried, then vanished, collapsing into a pile of fabric. The room shook. The lights burst. Every cloth turned to ash. When the dust settled, the pastor helped her stand. Then he said quietly, My daughter, Sometimes poverty can open up doors through which the devil comes into our lives to destroy us. Let us be guided by the Holy Spirit in all we do. Chizaram wept. She went home with nothing, not even her sack, but she was glad she was alive, and she learned something she never forgot. Not everything cheap is a blessing. So, before you rush to buy cheap clothes this Christmas, watch this first. Think twice, pray, and shine your eyes. Christmas is meant for joy, not a ticket to the other side. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.